Three keys to victory versus the Florida State Seminoles. Early down success for the offense is going to be pivotal. And I'm going to tell you why next on the Locked On Clemson podcast.
You are Locked On Clemson, your daily podcast on the Clemson Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What's up, Clemson family? Welcome back to the Locked On Clemson podcast, your daily podcast covering your Clemson Tigers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I am your boy, Damian Parson, always on the ones and twos. You can find and follow me on Twitter at DP_NFL. You know that I'm a national scout with the Draft Network. I'm part of the co-host team of the Locked On NFL Draft Podcast, as well as the founder of the Scouting Room. Happy Friday, and thank you guys for making Locked On Clemson your first listen today and every day. Shout out to you for being my everydayers, man. But guys, we have a fun show. Final preview heading into tomorrow's matchup versus Florida State. We're going to talk about early down success and why that is so pivotal for our offense, right? We're talking about taking away Jordan Travis's first option and first read in the progression, and then tying that coverage into pass rush and where the pass rush must get home. But before we get into all of that, we got to give a quick shout out to LinkedIn Jobs. Today's episode of Locked On Clemson has been brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs. These days, every new potential hire can feel like a high-stakes wager for your small business. That's why LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the right people for your team faster and for free. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedoncollege. Terms and conditions apply. Guys, early down success. 3 keys to victory. And the first key is the early down success. All right. The early down success is going to be pivotal, right? And I made this graphic. I want to go ahead and show it to you because it looks good. All right. You know what I'm saying? Early down run success, especially, right? Being able to run the football early in the game and early on downs. And why is that so pivotal, DP? The reason it's pivotal, guys, is because if you can get 3 to 4 yards on first down alone, it puts you in second and manageable. Typically, when you hear people talk football, it's like, okay, we want to be in third and manageable. But really, you want to be in second and manageable. You don't want to be in second and 8 too much or second and 9. You want to be second 7 or less, because then, okay, you think about being second and 7. Okay, cool. You get 4 yards, whether that's a run or pass on second down. Now, third down is really manageable because now it's third down is short. Now it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. If your third downs are less than 5 yards, you have the opportunity. You have the ability to open the playbook and be as wide open as you need to be, right? And be unpredictable. Because if it's 3rd and 8, what can you do? Pass. Right? You're not going to run the ball because it doesn't make sense to run the ball on 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. No, but when you're in 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, they don't know if a slant flats combo is coming in the passing game. They don't know if it's going to be RPO with the glance route backside. They don't know if it's going to be inside zone. If it's going to be inside zone with the QB read, he has the opportunity to keep it. You don't know what is going to come at the defense. You don't know what to plan for because the offense can play honestly. They can play either. You have to defend both as a defense. And that's why early down success is pivotal, so that you put Cade in less stressful situations. Because like me and Brian talked about on the crossover episode on yesterday, one of the things that we discussed was Cade is still trying to ride a bike without training wheels. So what happens when when the training wheels come off and you're trying to ride and I got some balance, I got a groove going here, but what if I start rolling too fast, right? What if I hit down, so it start kind of a little slope here, things like that? What's going to happen? You're going to fall off the bike, right? Yeah, I'm a father. Anybody that has kids, like, you know what I mean? Those type of things happen, guys, when you have to balance yourself and maintain the speed, balance yourself at a high speed. You're going to deal with bumps and bruises, ups and downs, falls, all the type of stuff. Pick yourself back up. But if you give Cade the opportunity to have less stressful offensive drives where third down is anywhere from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 4, you are you have a stronger or higher chance to be successful at converting. Trying to convert long third down and distances with a defensive line like Florida State's is just not smart, in my opinion, guys. It's going to be difficult to do that. So when I say the early down run success is pivotal, guys, it is. Okay, you talk about what's the best part or what's the strength of this offense. It is the run game with Will Shipley and Phil Mafah. So get those guys north and south, get them going downhill and establish that run. Because I always tell you guys, what I want to see and what I want my quarterback to see is cover one, whether that's, let me say this, single high. I'll rephrase that. Single high, whether that's cover three, okay, whether that's cover one man, cover one robber, whatever it be. I want single high in the middle of the field. I want them to play middle of the field close. I want one safety on the roof, one safety in the high post. Because what that gives me is man-to-man or one-on-one opportunities outside as well as in the slot. Now, of course, that strong safety hovering, he's somewhere around where you say, okay, he might be a robber, right? In terms of he's trying to rob anything in the middle. Maybe he's working down in that curl of flats area, right? If it's cover three. Oh, whatever, hook zone, hook the flats, whatever. He's trying to take away certain specific things. Well, okay, that's fine. That's that free safety in the middle of the field. That's on top of the roof in the high post. He can't cover everything, baby. So you're gonna have you're gonna find someone one-on-one that you have to exploit and win those matchups. But that's what the run game does for you. When you can run the ball and dominate, and like I said, it don't have to be a 300-yard rush day. But when you can run the ball, what does it do for your team? Guys, it makes life easy because what it forces them to do is say, okay, we have a 7-man front, 7-man box, and you're averaging 3 to 4 yards a pop. Okay, defense coordinator is going to get a little worried. He's going to get a little worried. And he's going to be like, do I pull that safety down? Do I +1 and go to 8-man in the front, 8-man box to stop this run? A lot of times, yeah, when the run game's rolling, they typically do that. And that's when you see single high. So then you roll that safety down, and what does that do to Cade? That tell Cade in the passing game. I've always said this to you guys, right? Numbers. Everything is a numbers game in the NFL and college football. In football, period. High school as well. Pop Warner as well. It is all about the numbers. If you got a 6-man box, you run it. If you got a 9-man box, a 9-man front, you pass it because they have less defenders in the back end. Okay, so those are the things that you get when you run the ball and have early down success. So when I tell you that the early down success is pivotal, guys, I'm serious here. You want to be able to put yourself in positions where the third downs to get a first down is short. It's not a long distance. I don't want Cade back there holding the football. I don't want Cade waiting for someone to get open. I want the defense to say, okay, if we play man-to-man and we get up, it's 3rd and 4, we play man-to-man, right? We're up on the line of scrimmage. We're trying to be physical. That means we don't spy Cade. Listen, he can hurt us with his legs, right? We just saw this with Boston College. We just saw this with Boston College. Thomas Castellanos ran for 11. He rushed 11 times for 119 yards, 9 yards per carry, and a touchdown. Not only did he do that, but he also threw for 305 yards, over 9 yards per attempt. A little over 9, same amount. Matter of fact, 9.2 yards per attempt as a rusher and a passer, and 1 touchdown. He was 20 of 33 for 60, almost 61% completion, right? So you look at that and you say, okay, Cade's legs can really stress them. And if you give us man-to-man in tight, in short third down and distances, that's where you open that QB run game up as well. So again, you start, because think about, again, the numbers game. You start getting that zone read, and Cade's reading Jared Verse off the backside. Jared Verse is waiting on Cade, like, you better come out here, young boy. You know what I'm saying? Young fella, don't come out here. Don't work your way out here, because I'm going to take you out. But meanwhile, while he's talking that talk, Phil Mafah's up for 5 to 7 yards, first down. Will Shipley's up for 7 to 10 yards, first down. That's what you have to do, and that's how you get the offense into a rhythm and get the quarterback settled down. Early down success is pivotal, guys. But you know what else is going to be pivotal? Taking away Jordan Travis's first read in the progression, taking away his first passing option. I'm going to tell you why that's so pivotal, in my opinion, coming up next on the Locked On Clemson podcast. These days, every new potential hire can feel like a high stakes wager for your small business. You want to be 100% certain that you have access to the best qualified candidates available. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs, guys. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the right people for your team faster and for free. All you have to do is very easy. Just create a free job post on LinkedIn Jobs, add the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word that you're hiring. Then you have simple tools at your disposal, like screening questions that make it easy to focus on candidates with just the right skill set and experience so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and or hire. It's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. So guys, hear me and hear me clear. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find those qualified candidates that you want to talk to faster and for free. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedoncollege. That's linkedin.com/lockedoncollege to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Need fresh groceries for the week, but you don't have time to go to the store? Try grocery delivery with DoorDash. You'll get everything you want delivered when you need it and right to your front door. Like you, I have also trusted DoorDash to deliver my favorite restaurants, food, drinks, all of it. Now you can get grocery delivery, right? That actually delivers. Because with thousands of grocery stores to choose from, you'll find the best in your neighborhood and boost your local economy with each and every single order. You got to love that, right? Support everyone in your economy. You get exactly what you ordered, or they'll make it right. So sit back and enjoy quality groceries just like you picked them out yourself, but you didn't have to leave your home. Get 50% off your first DoorDash order up to $20 value when you use the code LOCKEDONCOLLEGE at checkout. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply. Taking away Jordan Travis's first read or first option in the passing progression will be big time for the Clemson football defensive success, right? When you look at the leading receivers for the Florida State Seminoles, we should all know who all three of them. If you follow Florida State, if you follow college football, you should know the three names. Johnny Wilson, the 6'7", 230-pound receiver, 6'4", 215-pound running mate, Keon Coleman at wide receiver, and Jaheim Bell, transfer from South Carolina at tight end, right? Johnny Wilson has 21 targets. Keon Coleman has 20, and Jaheim Bell has 10. The next guy is a running back, Lawrence Toafili, who has 8 targets. So what are you saying, DP? What I'm saying is this. Whoever is the first progression in that read, take away the easy stuff. Take away the easy stuff in the secondary, right? Shout out to my boy Eric Crocker, host of Locked On 49ers, right? Former NFL and AFL, cornerback. And one thing he taught me, years ago, a couple years ago, he taught me, what cornerbacks in the NFL do. They live by a mantra: take away something to chase something, right? So you want to take away the easy stuff and make the harder throw as a quarterback. So if it's slants, if it's in breakers, if it's mesh concept, align inside leverage, let that inside shoulder kind of split you down the middle of you as the cornerback and force them out wide, force them outside, right? When Nate Wiggins, and I tell you guys, I watched the tape, Nate Wiggins performed well against Johnny Wilson last year, even though he is 6'7", 230. Nate Wiggins is a taller corner with long legs and long arms and a nice little wingspan on him that allow him to battle and play at the catch point and break up passes. So what are you saying, DP? What I'm saying is this: take away whatever it is that you believe they want to do first in the passing progression. All right, if it's a slant, whatever it may be, because they will move these receivers around. They'll put Jaheim Bell line up in the backfield, and then motion into the H-back, and then motion out into the slot. You'll have Keon Coleman going from Z receiver to X receiver to slot receiver, right? Tight ends will move around. Not Keon Coleman, but Johnny Wilson will also move from Z, X, slot. They move guys around. So what you need to do is stop the first progression, because then what you want is for him to, okay, pump. Oh, okay, that read's not there. I can't get it there now. Yes, and he's a veteran. He's been in college for like 6-7 years. He's a veteran. Don't get me wrong. Jordan Travis is a really good player, but he's seen everything, right? But if you take away that first read, I don't care. I've seen it happen to Tom Brady in the NFL. I've seen it happen to Peyton Manning. I've seen it happen to Aaron Rodgers. You take that first read, right? That allows everything else to, it speeds up the process, because now typically quarterbacks only have 3 seconds in the pocket, right? On the half, you got 3 seconds on the half. So what do you say? You take away that first read and you make them burn through 2 more seconds. Now it's 3.5, and now the pass rush is getting home, things of that nature, right? Or he's rushing. He's like, man, I got to get the ball out. And he will give you opportunities. I'm telling you now, he will give you chances at the football. He will give you the opportunities that you want, right? When you look at what's it called? PFF, right? I always talk, I don't, the grades and stuff. I look at a lot more so their numbers. Well, they have this stat, TWP, turnover worthy plays. And, when you look at for an elder statesman, that is, Jordan Travis, right? Last year, he was really good, because it's what it is BTTs and TWP. So BTTs, big time throws, TWPs, turnover worthy plays, right? So last year in 2022, okay, he had 27 big time throws to 8 turnover worthy plays. So you're talking about a 7% big time throw percentage to a 1.9, less than 2% for turnover worthy plays. Well, you fast forward to this year, he only had 4 big time throws, and he has 3 turnover worthy plays. So that's 4.3% to 3% ratio, right? So what I'm saying is it's very close right now. So he's going to give you some opportunities, but how do you get those opportunities as a secondary to potentially pick him off and take the ball away, different things like that? You only get those opportunities if you take away the first read and force him to then be a sprinkler head and tick and throw, right? But then when he's holding the football, I'm gonna tell you, he's also a quarterback that will bail clean pockets, and he gets antsy. He will start doing very Johnny Manziel, Bryce Young-ish, where he's like spinning 360 in the pocket, juking guys. It's fun to watch, but it's very chaotic. And now even though he lives in that, what can you do? I'm going to tell you what can you do when you cage him in and you make him play in structure, and then you take away the quick reads for him, right? Then then the mind, even though he's a veteran, you expect his mind to kind of speed up. Like, I got to get the ball out of my hand. There's no exit plan. I can't get out. I can't go here. Listen, I always say, shut the back door, okay? Shut the back door. Don't let a quarterback out the back door. Defensive ends, shut it. All right, we're going to talk about that more in the next segment, but shut the back door. And if you shut the back door, you play good coverage, then you got success defensively. And like I said, he will give you opportunities to pick him off. He will give you opportunities in the secondary to make a play on the football, get 2 hands on the ball, secure the ball, and now you give the ball back to Cade Klubniks in your offense. What I'm saying, take away the first read, force him to speed up his process, and pick the ball off or make plays, pass breakers. I need hands-on footballs all game long. Fight through the hands, man, of these wide receivers and tight ends. All of it. Make him, and I'm going to tell you what else you do. And then we're going to transition. We're going to talk about the pass rush. What you do is take away his favorite options. And that's 2. There's 2 main guys. Keon Coleman, Johnny Wilson. Find a way to limit them early in the snap, early in the rep, early in the stem. Throw off the timing, right? And if you do that, and then you force him out of that into what? Okay, well, maybe I go to Jaheim Bell. Or maybe I go to this guy that I haven't thrown to a lot. In the NBA, they talk about making the other guys beat you. That's what Clemson needs to do. Take away his first read, take away his second read if you can, and make the other guys beat you in terms of beating the coverage. Guys, let's get into the pass rush. We've talked about the secondary, but you got to tie it all together. Why is the pass rush so important? The pass rush must get home. They must get home in this game. He will hold the football. They must get home. And I'm going to tell you why next on the Locked On Clemson podcast. NFL is here, guys. Snap into the action this NFL season with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, brand new customers, today type of new customers, tomorrow type of new customers can get $200 back in bonus bets guaranteed when they place a $5 bet. What did I just say? if you place a $5, $5, if you place a bet of $5 as a brand new customer, you can get $200 back in bonus bets guaranteed. I'm telling you, that's $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So if you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time or place to get in on all of the action. The app is super easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, including spreads, player props, over-unders, and so much more. So visit FanDuel.com/locked-on and kick off the NFL season. FanDuel is the official partner of the NFL. The pass rush must get home, and we need to see consistency. And the reason being, with Jordan Travis, that I just talked about in the second segment, guys, with the secondary, if you could take away that first read, make him kind of, try to get through his reads. If the secondary does their job early in the reps, right? Remember, on average, quarterbacks have three seconds in the pocket, right? If they're sitting in the pocket. That's not accounting for guys scrambling and pirouetting and all that type of stuff out in the backfield and juking and jump cutting and all that type of stuff. We've seen these athletic quarterbacks like a Jordan Travis do. But just sitting in the pocket is on average 3 seconds. So if you can cost a second and a half, right? 1.5 seconds with the coverage being locked down early in the reps. That's 1.5 seconds that he has left to get the ball out of his hand or try to run around like a chicken with his head cut off and make a play, right? He did. I think he had a couple of those last year when they faced us. So what am I saying is that the secondary does their job, like I said, costing him to hold the ball, and taking away the first second and a half, 1.5 seconds of the play, of the passing play. Take that away from him, right? Because the coverage is so good. That gives the pass rush time to get in the backfield. So the pass rush gets a full 3 seconds. Somebody's got to get back there, man. And I'm telling you now, I need to see it from Xavier Thomas. I need to see it from Justin Masco. I saw good things from Masco, right? I need TJ Parker. He's been shining and he's been flashing all season through the first 3 weeks. So what now? I need to see the interior defensive line get into the face of this interior offensive line and win these reps. Tyler Davis, Rook Ororo, I need you to come alive in this game. The pass rush is pivotal. It has to get there. It has to get in the backfield. And I said it in the second segment. What do you need to do? Very simple, in my opinion. You cage rush them. Go back to the guys for reference. Go back to the Pac-12 championship last year, where USC faced Utah, right? And Utah, they got beat early with the legs of Caleb Williams and him. I mean, he still made some ridiculous throws because he's the best quarterback in college football, right? But the point is, what they end up doing, they kind of limit him, and he ended up getting a little hobbled, but still, they will be called here in the South, we call it must rushing. Stay in your lane, slow rush, slowly collapse the pocket, right? Like quicksand, slowly collapse the pocket. They do, or some people call it cage rushing, where you rush structure. You have a structured rush, and you cage that quarterback inside the rush. You cage him in the pocket, and it works for guys that don't perform very well in structure. Like Caleb is still trying to get there, right? Jordan Travis is still trying to get there, right? But you look at a Bryce Young. No, Bryce Young had some hits and miss because of his size. But you look at a lot of quarterbacks like we talk about the NFL, like Tom Brady, stuff like that. Trevor Lawrence was great in the pocket. Deshaun Watson, great in the pocket, right? Your two former Clemson greats, those type of guys, right? But when you have other quarterbacks who say, "Man, I got to get out of here," because think about it, right? Think about being claustrophobic. Claustrophobic. Jesus. Being like that, right? And you get into you've seen people like that, they get into the elevator or a small room, a closet, whatever. And it feels like the walls are closing in on them. They don't like it, right? That's what you have to do to these type of quarterbacks who are great out of structure and just kind of meh in structure. They're great out of the pocket and they're just meh in the pocket, right? So you want to close the walls in, close all 4 walls, man. And I think if you do that, right, the secondary does their job, the pass rush, cage rushes them and closes in on Jordan Travis, you can have absolute success, guys. I'm telling you, you can have the absolute success. And I love it. I think it's very clear that that's the possibility. So the pass rush needs to be consistent to win this game, because if you allow him out of the pocket, you allow him to get out of structure, you allow him to make plays with his legs, and then what that does, I'm going to tell you what it does, guys. Defensively, if you say you're sitting in zone and he's breaking the pocket, he's breaking contain, and he's attacking the line of scrimmage, now you got Barrett Carter leaving his designated zone so that he can keep Jordan Travis behind the line of scrimmage. But what does that potentially open up? That crossing route coming across from the backside of the formation. Hey, listen, you displace, we replace. So that crossing route will then replace Barrett Carter in the zone. And that's an easy pitch and catch for Jordan Travis, right? Same thing with corners. The defenders get antsy because, for one, because of the rules, they typically don't let you hit the quarterback, right? So defenders get antsy. They get anxious anytime they see a quarterback running and breaking the break contain and break the line of scrimmage. Oh, I'm gonna get my shot. I'm gonna get my big hit. And then they give up a big play because that quarterback, right before he crosses the line of scrimmage, oopsie, over the top. You know what I mean? And Jordan Travis is a playmaker, guys. He's a playmaker. So again, those are the things you got to do. So that's what I'm saying here, guys. Pass rush must get home. I want to get home with 4. Get home with 4. Okay? Get home with 4. And allow Barrett Carter and Jeremiah Charter Jr., allow those guys to then kind of drop off in the zone, be your spots. Wade Wooditz, keep your eye on Wade Wooditz, man. I like what I'm seeing from Wade. All right, Wade County. I like what I'm seeing from Big Wade, man. 6'3", 215. He's got the athleticism as well to be kind of one of those guys that will flash like he's blitzing and then drop off in a slow QB spy and try and go ahead and be an extra defender in the box to contain Jordan Travis whenever he decides to leak out and break out of the pocket and make plays. But guys, that's our show, man. Listen, it is the final night before the game, and let's have a great time and get ready. Okay, get your drinks, get everything ready, and all right, and get yourself prepared. Get yourself prepared for the in-game live stream that I will be doing on YouTube tomorrow. So listen, all right, let's do it. Guys, listen, as always, man, thank y'all so much. Man, when we talk about the 3 keys to victory, pass rush must get home. It needs to get home, cage him in, and stop him, right? Take away Jordan Travis's first read in the progression. Take it away in the secondary. Do your job and force him to hold the football. And number 1 on offense, early down success. Running the football, okay, doing what needs to be done. I'm going to show you guys the graphic one last time so that you can know, so you know exactly what to look out for, okay? I'm going to show you this graphic one last time, all right, guys? One last time. For the 3 keys to victory, early rundown success, limiting Jordan Travis's first option, and pass rush success. They must get home. We need some consistency, guys. But listen, that's our show. Thank y'all so much for making Locked On Clemson your first listen today and every day, Monday through Friday. Thank you for being my everydayers, guys. Listen, go subscribe and follow for free on YouTube. Wherever you listen to podcasts, to get the latest episode as soon as it is available, okay? On YouTube, let's get this channel up to 1,000 subscribers. All right. Thank you guys for tapping in and always talking to me in the comments. I'm getting even better with my replies and everything. It might be a day late because I'm so busy with work, but I'm getting back to you guys. All right. So talk to me because I do talk back. Subscribe and then hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever I drop content on the channel. All right. Like I said, tomorrow is the game, and then after the game, live stream. So tap in with me. All right. So we can talk about that. Win or lose, good or bad. All right. On Twitter, follow me there at DP_NFL. Talk to me again because I do talk back. Come and join the conversation again tomorrow on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. Go Tigers.